I hear a lot about legacy. It's a lot of terms that are becoming a fad, right? And I don't necessarily know what people mean when they say they working towards a legacy. I gotta have a legacy. What does legacy mean to y'all?
Let's go!
That's a deep one, yo. That's a deep one because I think you got family legacy,
Right.
and then you got just a legacy that you want to leave to the world. That's how I view it. Like your family legacy, that's like most of the time I think of like passing down your last name, wealth, accumulating wealth to be able to pass down generational wealth. I hear that. All of that stuff I hear when it comes to legacy. But when I think of legacy, I think of like changing the world.
Come on.
To me. So like I think about like I think of our black leaders. So I think of like the Malcolm X's and the Martin Luthers and things like that. And they left the legacy of wanting to elevate and help their people. So when I think of legacy, for me, the first thing that it comes to is like, yo, how are you changing the world or affecting the world or the people that's around you? I really don't go to family as much, but when I hear legacy, I hear it in the family structure.
Right.
And so just for me, just off that, I would say how are you affecting the world? And it's unfortunate because it could be in a positive or a negative light, but how are you affecting the world? That's the first thing that comes to mind when I think of a legacy.
So legacy is impact.
Impact. Look, hey, this dude, he nice with it. Yo, he broke it down to one word. Yeah, impact.
That's the word I was thinking about, is impact.
Yo, what's up, FMF Mob? What's good, yo? Hey, I want to thank y'all for all the subscribers that we got. We clicked over 100 subscribers, but we looking, man, we need more support. So y'all make sure y'all hit that subscribe button at the bottom. Make sure you like the videos and keep showing us support. Y'all take care.
Legacy is not just about you, it's about a community of people. Whether your family or your partners or your business partners, friends, a legacy where you leave an impact on the world before you leave. And you'll have something that's gonna keep going while you're gone.
There you go.
I think that's when it comes to legacy. It gotta be. Even small, you have a small restaurant or a business that you can keep on going, and after it's gone, even like the camera that we on, I want to say the name start with a C, but they have a legacy. That's a legacy.
Right.
No matter who bought it, who made it, it's still going. It's a legacy of that built of that camera. It's a legacy. It's gonna keep on going forever. If you see the name, they're gonna know what it is. So you want to be able to have an organization or a community where people hear it, they be like, oh, I know what that is. They used to do that jump for like 50 years now. That legacy is crazy. They're killing that jump. So it's about the impact. And what's sad is some of the legacies are good and you have bad legacies.
Yeah,
good
exactly.
legacies and bad legacies. I think we could all say that Marilyn Manson, he had a bad legacy. I don't think it's a good. He had a legacy.
I ain't heard that name in a long time.
Yeah, it's a legacy, but it's not one that we like.
You like Marilyn Manson?
No, Marilyn. No, that's it, right? Marilyn Manson, the one that killed all the people, right?
No, Marilyn Manson.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Walker.
Not that damn. I'm talking about the. I'm sorry, I'm messing up.
Charles Manson, I think his name.
Yeah, the one that had the cult that's killing
Yeah,
people.
the one that had the cult.
Yeah, that's a legacy, but it's not a good one. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say Marilyn Manson. I know it's one of the Manson things. Yeah,
I ain't heard Marilyn Manson.
Yeah, it might be, yeah. But killing people, yeah, that's not a good legacy. But if you did something for the community, as far as like an event, like we're trying to build here, or you have a candy shop or something like that, as a legacy you can keep on passing down. Yeah,
so legacy is impact and credibility.
There you go, another word, yep, credibility.
You know what I mean? So the credibility, it stands. Once you hear that name, other people, it's automatically like, yeah, we already know what that means.
Right.
Like, you don't have to think too much on it. It already shows. It's already proven. Like, and your morals stand within it. I think in order for you to have a legacy, you gotta have morals and you gotta have purpose. Because your purpose is what's going to outshine. It's what's going to stand. It's what's going to have the impact. And you can make the impact. You can make the impact unintentionally. And what I mean by that is by you being you, focusing on you, it's going to rub off on somebody else, right? And if you stand on your principles so strong, eventually somebody else is going to be able to absorb that, and they're going to manifest it in themselves as well. And if they know how to pay homage, they'll say, I got that from G, I got that from Paul, I got that from Trey. You know, like I got that from AIM, I got that from FMF, I learned that from FMF. Here, check this out. You know, like, and it'll continue to spread. Legacy does, to me, what I see, mainly people would go to the family structure. But what if you never have a child, right? What if you never have a child? Does that mean that you can't carry a legacy? What if, and I've seen this, what if your child does not want to carry your legacy? Because every person has their own
Purpose.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And that child, as much as you want them to, you're creating a person who should be able to think for themselves. So what if they don't want to carry on? What if they seen you and all the work that you did to create the legacy, and they're like, I don't want to do that much. Thank you.
It's like work.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Thank you for establishing me to be able to make this decision on my own. But I don't want to carry I don't want to carry that burden. I don't want to step into it. No lie. That was one of the main prospects that I had in real estate as we go into the unwanted inheritance. Because now you got to pay the taxes on it. You got to pay the probate, all that stuff. And it's right after whoever left you this property has passed. So you're still grieving.
I got to touch on that. Or how to pass down stuff without having to pay like a bunch of taxes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We got that one.
You got to remember that.
Yeah.
You got to remember that one. See, gems, bro.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And that was one of the main leads. That was one of the main prospects that we had is unwanted inheritance, because it's a lot of burden. And just like my man said, if there's no structure, if there's no teaching on how to acquire this property, what it takes to upkeep this property, and you got your own that you got to upkeep, then it's going to be more of a burden than a blessing. So it's like, you know what? I'd rather get rid of it, give me some money real quick, and like I'm going to always carry whoever's name, whoever gave it to me, I'm going to always carry that with me. I'm going to carry my memories. So this materialistic, let's be honest, it's still materialistic purchase is not worth it, all of the stress and stuff. So that was one of our main targets, was unwanted inheritance. So if you're basing your legacy on your lineage, because that's what I see, it's not legacy, it's lineage. When you're basing your legacy on your lineage, those who are under you, you know, whether it's child or nephew or sibling, right, you know, something of that sort, if you're basing it on that and you don't fully have an understanding or an agreement on how to continue that when you're gone, because most of us don't talk about life after death, you know what I'm saying? Like how people, you know what I mean?
I don't like talking about that.
We don't want to talk about that. We don't want to talk about life insurance. We don't want to talk about, you know, setting up a will.
I got mine.
Yeah. We don't want to talk about that type of stuff. We can talk about financial freedom and all that. But scratching the surface, that's why we're talking about legacy, because what does a legacy really mean? So for me, I think of it in a world view as well. The impact I'm going to have on the world. And that's where my slogan came from, where you can't have community without communication. Because y'all talk a good game, but let's actually get together. When it's time to put in some work, people get quiet. People shy away. And it's like, okay, well, you can't trust who you can't talk to. So without the communication, there's no building. You don't know who's supposed to be doing what. There's no leadership. If there's no, like, there's nothing. Yeah. We need to just be able to talk. And I feel like that is creating the legacy. That's my purpose. That's that's the start of it. You know what I mean? Like, if we could just be able to talk to one another, we could actually build more. It does good to see one black person, oh, you a billionaire. This black person, oh, they successful. This black person, all right, but what are we doing together? What are we doing collectively? All of that separate, like I applaud you on your success and I take it nothing from you, but if we still can't come together, the culture is going to continue to struggle. So what's the legacy? You know what I mean? Where's the legacy in that? Like, let's really build.
Yeah.
Let's really build. Like, if we're gonna talk about legacy, let's talk about it. So, legacy is in a simple manner is what you leave behind. Is what you leave behind.
I want to add on that because as you talking, I'm thinking right. I think part of legacy is what you leave behind, but also what you built upon that's already established too. You know what I'm saying? So you got to start from this baseline. What other people have left for us. How do we push that further?
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how do we push it further? How do we not stay stagnant? How can we keep moving and elevating and growing as an individual first, and then taking that individualism, like, and becoming with interdependent.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Learning how to become interdependent and pushing things forward. Because when I was listening to you talk, and I'm like listening and I'm processing and digesting everything, and I think about all the people who I feel like left a legacy behind, and they built upon what was already established. They seen the areas of improvement, and then they improved upon it. You know what I'm saying? And then they just kept pushing it forward. So it's what do you leave behind, but also what have you built on that was already established, and how did you push that forward?
May I touch on that? I believe that I know that it's this solo mindset, that independent mindset that's keeping us from doing that. And that is a great point. You said build upon what's already there. Like, it doesn't do nobody no good if I went through all of this stuff for my lifetime, my life, to create an establishment or a foundation, and then the next don't use it. You don't utilize it. Right? Because I'm going to tell you why. We glorify, I started from the mud, I got it out the mud, I started from the bottom. You know what I mean? Like, when there's stuff that's in front of you, there's resources, there's people in front of you that you can utilize, but you rather start from the bottom or completely, without nothing.
So stupid.
Just it's ego.
I'm learning it.
It's ego, man.
Learned it.
But people the other bad part about what I see between us, our black culture, is that if you started off with a leg up, you get chastised for it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
You did good because your parents had something.
Exactly.
Well, it's supposed to be that way. What you think they're supposed to be that? It's a good thing.
What you think they did it for?
You think I'm not use it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So that's the other part. So we gotta get out there, and that's also victim mentality. You had a leg up on me. That's why. No, they worked hard too. They had, and if their parents did get it, then you should be working just as hard so you can give your children that leg up as well too. So we gotta stop doing that.
How about you get friends with him and try to figure out how you work with him? How about that? Try that next time.
Yeah.
I see that a lot. I was the same way. I was stubborn, where they want a lot of advice from a lot of people because I felt like nobody were in the same shoes as me. So I feel like nobody could understand where I came from. But I knew maybe like a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years, I first started clicking with y'all. I was like, man, yo, listen, I've been running my wheels by myself for a while. Listen, I'm tired. I got to figure out how to get some resources from other people and try to learn some things from other people and try to bring their resources, bring their knowledge, not even necessarily their money, but their knowledge and their energy, and use it for mine so we can be able to build together and come up. I I told him I don't want to be the only one that goes on vacations by myself, or the only one that has a coupe or like a Ferrari or something like that later on in life. I want to be able to call somebody and be like, yo, me and lady going out of town in 2 days. I just bought tickets. You want to come? Yeah, man.
I be there?
I want to 100% say, oh, how much I got to pay? Oh, bet. They haven't paid. We on the flight 2 days.
They don't even ask how much
it is. Send me the invoice. Send me the invoice. I'll pay it right now. All right, bet. Oh, we going out of town. Boom. I want people around me like that. So if you just the only one that got legacy, the only one that got money, At the end, it's gonna be boring. It's not. That's not the way to live, man. No. You build legacy with other people, man. You have to.
You hear those guys say it all the time. If you want to go fast, go by yourself.
Yep.
If you want to go far, go with a team. And I also say that a great man learns from his experiences, but a wise man learns from the experiences of others.
Yeah.
I learned so much from these guys alone and was able to implement it, and they held me accountable. And I tell you, when you get around the right people, when you change your circle, your dynamics, you change your thinking and you change your results. So get rid of that victim mentality. Alright, you started from the bottom, cool. You came from the hood, cool. But you're not supposed to stay there.
No.
Alright, you're supposed to elevate, you're supposed to grow. Alright, that's a part of you. Yes, you carry that. I came from the hood too. But I'm not walking around talking about I'm gonna shoot any dude. I'm not sagging my pants, right? I'm not claiming that I can't make it because of where I came from. It ain't about where I came from, it's where I'm going.
Yeah.
It's where I'm headed. Alright? So we have to get rid of the stigma behind any advantages. And most of our advantages ain't even that much. You know what I'm saying?
They make
like
them big in their mind.
Right.
Yeah.
You
grew up in a nice neighborhood.
Right, you in a house.
Like, yo, the house wasn't even that big.
Right.
That bad. It wasn't really that bad.
Like, you had a 2-parent home. Yeah, it was still stressful.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
They was arguing. You know what I'm saying? At least you had one parent who was calm and quiet.
Yeah.
They was stressing and arguing. They didn't even love each other. Like, you don't even know what's going on behind them doors. You don't know. Everybody got problems, bro. Stop trying to compare yours to the next person. So when you go to leave a legacy, in order to leave a legacy, my black people, we talking to you. My men talking to you.
Right.
You got to be able to come together, and we'll be able to make more of an impact in arms. They know it's strength and unity. There's so much done to keep us separated. We don't have to separate from each other no more. We need to work together to create a long-lasting legacy and uphold it. Stop downplaying the other ones. Like I hear people talk, they talk about Harriet Tubman and stuff. Like we talking, huh?
Is it better?
Mm-hmm. Even Yeezy said something about not you.
Oh, but I said that no.
Even Yeezy said something about Harriet Tubman when he was posing for Trump and shit. But anyway.
Oh, get it. What's now? Come on, Yeezy.
Yeah. Anyway.
I think he's coming back.
Yeah, I do
think
think
he's easing his way back.
I think so too.
Because he got rid of the crazy one.
Yeah, he had to get to his. A lot of us get our money first and then get our senses.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But legacy, bro.
Yeah.
It's what you leave behind. It's the impact that you have on others.
True.
And it's your morals that you carry. It's credibility. If like you see me, you know how I roll. So if somebody was to try to talk down upon my name, and I'm not around, you're gonna be like, that don't even sound like it.
Yeah.
No.
That don't even sound like that. That ain't true. You got other people that'll defend you when your credibility up. Just because you stand on your 10 toes, you got something to stand on. You know what you're working towards, right? You know what I mean? And even if you don't know what you want to leave behind, you know the emotion that you want to leave behind. You know the agenda. You might not know like the property or the asset or what it is, like the program. You might not know what it is that you actually want to leave behind, but you know the feeling. You know what you want the world to be better at. Like, I wanted to be better at communication and have a better state of mind. People don't take everything personally, and we can actually just have a conversation without feeling like blaming on somebody or being a victim or being defensive about any and everything. Like, we're tired of it. And that's how we're going to build. That's my purpose. You know what I'm saying? And that's the legacy I'm leaving behind. I already know it. We already got community going. You know what I mean?
We building it here.
Build it.
Yep.
All
The
of y'all.
location. If y'all want to fly out here, hit the train. Come on out here. We building our community out here in Virginia, man.
Every Sunday.
Every
Free session
time.
Sunday.
Yo, hey, he worked the hell out of us today. Great.
Dang. Community, we building up our minds, we getting our money together, we getting our body together, man. You can't stop us.
Can't stop it, bro.
We got them three, hey, it's a wrap. You can't do nothing with you.
It's
Nothing
amazing.
with you. Nothing. That's what we do out here.
So what does legacy mean?
Legacy, to wrap it up, is gonna be as far as what I leave when I leave this earth. Well, what we leave. We can say I and we all together. basically, yeah, we leave together. Leave when we're gone from this earth.
I would say building upon what's already been established and push it further.
Yeah.
That's a big part of legacy for me. What you got, Trey?
It's not just family, it's world.
Mm.
Let's broaden that view. Let's open up the perspective. Let's not be so single-minded. And that's it, man. We all about the community. Let's go leave this legacy out here, all right?
Y'all put down in the comment section what legacy mean to y'all.
Yeah.
All right, put down there, interact with us a little bit, all that good stuff. Like, comment, subscribe. Yo, we appreciate the support.
Always.
Legacy, we building it right here.
Right here.
Y'all take care. Peace.
Yep.
You're a part of it.